Hey, good morning. Thank you so much for joining me today. This morning, I want to expatiate on the concept of the positive habit that drives transformation, either at personal level, organizational level, or community level. I've done the 7 common negative habits, and I feel it will be a balanced teaching to also come up with the 7 habits that would drive positive transformation. So, as you're learning the negative habit, to find a way to reduce their presence or to remove them completely in your environment, in your person, in your attitude. It would also be good for you to embrace this 7 key concept, and then the more you engage the 7 key concept, the stronger you become on the way to transformation. I'm Dr. Joshua Kolawole. I'm a global transformational leadership trainer. I'm passionate about transformation of your person first. You need to transform your mind and then transform the people around you. That's your team, your family. And then as you radiate out, then you transform your community, your organization. And then that's when you can scale up to say you're transforming your world. So the goal for me is about your own personal transformation first, because I know once you get transformed, you will be able to spread the light and the life and the love and the leadership that drives transformation to be able to transform systems. And then that's when we can have outcomes that are great, that are transformational for people around us. I want you to always remember that one of the key driver of transformation is attitudinal improvement. If you set out to improve your attitude, the way you respond, react to things, if you set out to improve it and then engage on the journey to attitudinal transformation, you would start seeing things changing rapidly in your life. So, or in your organization. So, if your organization changes its posture, its attitude towards some principles, then you start seeing the results at a strategic dimension first, and then later tactical dimension, and then you will see the results in the outcomes that you will be able to generate over time. So today I'm going through some 7 steps. It's actually linked to the choice theory concept, but I will be adding 1 or 2 points and then be merging some of the point from the choice theory concept. So I hope you would listen and listen to the end. Incidentally, the first point I want to talk to you about is that any person, any organization that wants to go on the journey to transformation, one critical attitude you would have is an excellent attitude towards learning. It's a non-negotiable. You must have that lifelong learning attitude where you're really open to knowledge, open to converting the knowledge from a superficial realm of knowledge to a deep, profound realm of knowledge, which will take you through some experiential pathway. In those experiential pathway, then your concept, your models, your dimension, your understanding of the ecosystem at large would increase. Because at that point, you would not only understand that knowledge as an isolated knowledge, it would have been fused or assimilated into other systemic realities. And then you will see that interconnectedness in your ecosystem. And when you see that interconnectedness, it will help you to know the balancing factors that hold each of the knowledge you have together. Hence, the knowledge will not puff you up because you're not seeing it as an isolated knowledge. And then the knowledge will now be integral. It will keep you humble. It will keep you righteous. It will keep you to be compassionate. It will keep you to also be courageous because it will infuse some faith into you that it is possible, but it's possible at a systemic level. So you need collaborations with teams, continuous collaboration as the team. So for you to drive transformation at organizational level, at personal level, at community level, you must position every part of the system to be a learning system. You must embrace knowledge. You must be passionate about learning. Someone once said, you must be testy. You must actually show intellectual yearning. You must be intellectually stimulating in every dimension of your pursuit. So you want to know about the concept, then you go all out, you search for literature, you read systematic analysis, you delve in, you go to conferences, you allow knowledge to marinate into your mind, and then you'll be able to develop some coherent philosophy because the learning affects your thinking. The better you learn, the better the quality of thoughts that comes out of your mind. And so because of that, it is great for you to make up your mind to learn excellently well, to push yourself, and to always be open to different forms of learning. Generally around us, you would hear about active learning as against passive learning. You would hear about a focused learning and diffused form of learning. You hear about structured learning and non-structured learning. So one important thing for me is that I would like you to move to active learning. In active learning, you are co-collaborating, co-creating, co-synthesizing, co-analyzing. And by the word co, I mean you're collaborating with others to analyze, to synthesize, to create, to develop things. So in that process, it's like a project-based form of learning where you're learning along the journey and then you're becoming more. So because of that, you have that experiential advantage of moving the knowledge from a superficial learning to a profound learning. And when I say focused and diffused, I'm talking about when you increase your intentionality on learning a concept and when you allow your mind to brood over it and think through it. The two are needed for transformative kind of learning. And in structured and non-structured, where you have curriculum-based and non-curriculum-based, both are also needed. You need to learn some things at a curriculum level to understand the expanse of what you need to open your mind to. But the non-structured part is that in the society, there are things that you have to interconnect yourself and be able to bring out some revelation for yourself. And that's it about learning. The next point, which is point number 2, is listening. You must be an excellent listener. If you really want to improve your attitude and you want transformation, then you must listen to the voice of your customer. You must listen to the voice of your process. You must listen to every voice that is speaking around you. Now, the capacity to analyze those voices excellently well and then leverage them to make excellent decisions based on your learning is now part of that capacity to become great. So when I say listening, as a leader, you listen to your employee, you listen to your processes, you listen to your machines, you listen to your financial tables, your accounting tables, the allocation of resources. You listen to your marketing team. You listen to, so you're an active listener. Every form of things that goes on around you, you make sure you're paying strong observatory attention to them, and then you're ensuring that you internalize them. Every fact, figures, tables, line, charts, every form of dashboards are what you actually pay attention to. You listen to them excellently well. So when I say listening, it's not only to words, it's not only to people, you even listen to gestures, you listen to reactions. So when you're in a meeting, you're looking at people, you're analyzing their thoughts, pattern, their reaction, their body languages. So you must be an excellent listener. But the advantage is that you're not listening to destroy people or destroy the system or to castigate. You're listening to form constructive philosophy that will drive greatness. So your listening must be driven by excellence. It must be a listening that is geared towards continuous improvement. That is the quality of listening that we want. That's the kind of active listening I'm talking about. So you're listening to voices all around you. When you see stress, when you notice stress in any part of the system, because you're an excellent listener, then you pay selective attention to that in terms of developing policy, allocation of resources, ensuring that the stress is being relieved, and then the process can continue to go well. And if it's on an individual, remember, we lead people, we manage processes. So we do that. Then the next thing is encouraging. You must be someone that sells hope every time. My late dad told me one evening that you must be a merchant of hope. I want to encourage you as a leader, every time you find yourself, everywhere you find yourself, no matter how good and bad the times are, no matter how good and bad the places are, the voices that must come out of your mouth, the expression that must be represented on your faces must be that expression of hope, expression of it's going to be better, it's going to be well. We're going to get out of this. If it's a negative circumstance, you must declare positively. So you must be someone who is courageous, courageously motivated, internally inspired. You should not depend on external circumstance to give you happiness and joy. Naturally, you should be a person of joy. You should be a person that is not bitter. You should be a person that is not bottling things up and waiting for a day where you would explode, and then the whole world will know that you've been you've been compressed all this while. You must be someone who breathes in and out. When you're not feeling too well about things, express it in a positive way. Let it be addressed and let it end that way. So ultimately, the balance for you as a person is that you have that excellent spirit that is always encouraging people, encouraging yourself, encouraging people around you, encouraging your team, teams, and you stay in that state of joy and happiness consistently. Number 4 is the concept of respect. Respect comes with the concept of honor. You honor every systems around you. Honor is a dimension like wisdom, like excellence. Is a critical dimension that when you decide to stay in the place of honor, you minimize the quality of battle that you would even fight. A great mind used to say that honor is the seed for access. If you really want to get access into a system, access into the heart of any person, any man, any woman, you must demonstrate honor to them. You cannot continue to behave in a disorderly and in a way that creates dishonor, and you expect the system to still open up to you and embrace you. And that's why one of the crucial things to attitudinal development and transformation is the place of understanding the kind of honor that you give. Now, I need us to be careful because there are ways where people can also manipulate you with honor, and that's the balance. So some people can demonstrate enough, they show it in a psychophantic way and make you feel very honorable. When people are overblowing your sense of ideals beyond what you yourself see, then you need to start paying attention, and then you need to start balancing things. And then it's good to call people to order and to caution them. Like when people start ailing you beyond who you are, you can call them to order and say, no, let's get it right. This is who I am. This is the limit of my responsibility and authority. It's a good thing. If you fail to do that, then that means you're alluding to that, and you may also be on your way to pride, and pride comes before fall. So honor is an excellent thing. It's a way honoring people, respecting them, giving them the honor, especially people who are, by virtue of the sacrifices they have laid down, they deserve those honor, and so you must learn to give it to them. The next one is trusting. It's a journey. Trusting requires a lot of journey because trust requires a lot of passing some tests and retesting for trust to be built over time. So trust is not just what jumps on people or what's conferred on people, but there's a dimension that you can stay, that you can accept each other. You can accept the capacity of someone and then believe in them and support them at that level until they grow to that level of honor, that level of trust, to that level. So trust is going to take a while, but you must be someone who is accepting. You must accept them based on their strength and weaknesses. It's one of the journey I'm also going through personally. I'm having to figure out how to accept people with their flaws. A concept called accepting people with their vulnerabilities, and then be able to build systems around supporting and limiting the impact of their vulnerability and enhancing, coaching, mentoring their strength so that it becomes more dominant and it reduces the impact of their weaknesses or the threats that comes to their vulnerability. So it's a crucial arm in transformational coaching for you to be able to accept people for who they are, to be able to support them, groom them, work with them, align with them, be with them, be very trusting, respecting along the line until they grow into the kind of personality they want. It's going to have some ups and downs, but it's one of the crucial journey to transformation. And that's why some people will say only very few people believed in me, even when I was nothing. So it takes very few people in a community, in a society, to actually give you that trusting capacity until you're able to even grow to become someone of worth, of grace, of greatness, as it is. The next very good attitude is having that positive negotiating spirit. You're not the confrontational who wants to destroy the system. You are that who will come out and positively negotiate for what is great. It's called leveraging. The art of leveraging is a very crucial art that you need to learn. You need to understand when you have enough emotional intelligence to be able to leverage that emotional advantage of favor in the bank account of the people you're relating with. So you leverage that goodwill, that relationship that you already built over time, and you're able to leverage that to negotiate your way around. Never be at the point where you want to negotiate such that it's a win-lose scenario. It must always be a win-win. That's the positive dimension. So that means you're not only thinking about yourself, you're thinking about the other party, thinking about the system as a whole, and you're not just saying, even if the system has to crash, let it crash. My own is just to make what I need to make and move forward. No, it doesn't work that way. You must respect the system. You must understand that the system is built to not only service you, but to service a lot of individuals. And then if you just go your own way, you're possibly going to put the system in jeopardy. And then the owners of the system or the leaders in the system has to protect the system. And so they might have to eject you out, as the case may be. So positive negotiation is an excellent thing that you need to embrace, and it needs to be part and parcel of you in all that you do. It is never a win-lose dimension. It's always a win-win scenario for every party involved. You would always find that way. In the bid of win-win, you may have to reduce the value or the magnitude of your own win just to allow others to win. But that is actually the transformative process that the attitudinal development you're bringing on brings in. So sometimes you may have to go a higher percentage to do more just to help others to become better. And that is actually the excellence in leadership. That is transformational leadership. So I hope with these few points of mine, learning, listening, supporting, encouraging, respecting, trusting, accepting, negotiating positively, all these are great values, habits that would actually help you to drive transformation at individual level, in your community, in your organization. And of course, if you have the opportunity to serve the world at large, you will bring all these values with you, and then it would help you, it will guide you, and it will help you lead a better life. And ultimately, we'll leave this world a better place than we all met it. I am Dr. Joshua Kolawole. I'm a global transformational leadership trainer from Valdymas Intelligence LLC in the city of Grand Prairie in the state of Texas in the United States of America. Thank you for joining me. Bye.